Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Nolan.
My name's Carter Nolan.
And we are conflicted.
We are conflicted. Although I will say, we went into this show with absolutely no expectations.
Low expectations, actually.
Okay, fair enough.
I will say this. This is the first time we've ever done a show where I was like, are we going to record this? Like, I have, like, yeah. We went through the other ones, and I was like, okay, yeah, we can do the recordings. This is the first time for a show I legitimately went, I don't know if I want to touch this topic or not. That's why we're waiting an extra day to post, too.
It didn't look, the trailers weren't doing it really many favors. But I'm glad that after going through the first two episodes, even though there's some characters that I think are pretty weak, there are characters that I think are also, like, pretty strong. That are good. There was one thing that and it's funny, no one's gonna care about this except me, that retconned something from a book. And I understand that's gonna happen. I get it.
He's sitting next to me and he goes, oh no, that gets retconned in a book.
Well, no,
and I went,
you know what it was?
It sucks when they retcon the books, isn't it?
The reason why I was annoyed about it was because the book version of it was really, really good, and now it kind of doesn't work because it relied on what got retconned. But that's fine. We'll get into it. So yes. I guess spoiler territory for Star Wars: The Acolyte.
We'll start with it. It's basically there's an assassination attempt on a Jedi, a successful assassination attempt on a Jedi, and I can't believe I'm saying this, due to throwing knives. No, you did not.
You're serious?
No, you did not.
That's
you
dumb.
did not.
Oh, that's dumb.
Kill her, a Jedi, with a throwing knife.
Oh my god, did she actually just die? That's pathetic.
No!
Oh my god, that is so pathetic.
What are we doing here?
Oh boy. Yeah, yikes.
God damn it! Oh! So, the choreography works. Let's clear that up.
It's much better than the sequel trilogy. It's not perfect.
The choreography is good, but it's really tough to gauge because the choreography is good. However, due to the use of no lightsaber from the assassin, and this is a common problem because they don't use a lightsaber, and the Jedi are not willing to bear their lightsaber against an unarmed combatant. It innately limits the choreography and how good it looks, and also what you expect from it. It
becomes a more traditional martial arts based choreography with the Force implemented, which they did a decent job at, in the sense of it's not the best martial arts choreography by any means, but is certainly much better than the sequel trilogy stuff.
It's enough. It's enough that it works.
I can't remember what that bad line was that she said after killing the Jedi or whatever, or before she killed the Jedi. Remember, she said it was a horrible.
We will say that. I will say this: their
dialogue.
I'll put it this way: every 10 to 15 minutes, there's one dialogue. There's at least one line of dialogue where you go,
yeah.
Oh no.
However, I will say, as someone who is an avid prequel lover, I got to see the show through its entirety, in the sense of, if you have a story that's really, really good and really compelling, I can get over the crap dialogue. Because as someone who loves the prequels, amazing story, there are some real dialogue mishaps from it.
Yeah.
But, overall, and one actual final point before we move on.
Yeah.
As much as I think the idea of throwing knives killing a Jedi is stupid, I will say I think this beats lightsabers mean nothing anymore when it comes to weaponry. Like, surviving.
Here's my question. Does it, or does it actually innately hurt it that the logic now becomes a throwing knife can one-shot you, but a lightsaber stab won't?
See, here's what I don't view it in that sense. Okay. I view it more in the sense of, hopefully this means that they realize they've screwed up, and now they're making it, and now going forward, this continues. Yeah. But that this only counts if they follow up on that. So we'll have to see. Yeah, that was kind of the start of the episode.
We find out about the halfway mark that there's two of them, but like they go through it. They go through pretty much the What's her name? What's the main character's name?
I
Isn't
don't
it
know her
Goofy?
name.
I don't know 95%.
I know what her
of the
sister's name is.
Yeah, it's May.
Oh, it's like Oshi, I think.
Osha?
Right? It's Oshi.
Osha.
Or it might be Osha, but because her sister called her Oshi. I think it's Osha.
Okay. But
Yeah.
anyway, Osha, there's an escape because she pretty much is kind of
Because she gets
for
framed,
it.
yeah.
Which is really hilarious because the fact that she gets framed for it, like, the fact that they were able to quickly find her, and yet her sister doesn't apparently know that she's alive.
And her
is
sister was missing for
hilarious.
16 years.
Yeah. It's kind of hilarious. But yeah, no. The escape is actually kind of well done. It's a well done scene.
Oh!
What on earth?
What is that? Oh my goodness.
Not the droid we grew so attached to.
That guy had that thing sticking out of his head.
I have to say,
Squid dude.
one of the things that, well, also too, the Nemoidians are great.
Love the Nemoidians.
The Nemoidians
love
are
the
good. We love the Nemoidians. Also, that I
First
think
female
is,
Nemoidian. You pointed that
yes,
out. I've never.
yes, it is the first female Nemoidian.
Yeah.
Which is actually, I think, is totally, well, maybe. We're assuming it's the first female one.
At least that I remember seeing.
It's also worth noting that I'm kind of happy that this is the show that introduces the female Nemoidian, only because if this was the prequel Nemoidians, they're good, but there are scenes of the Nemoidians that don't age particularly well in terms of what. Does that make sense? In terms of how they could be a stereotype of things, if that makes sense to you.
I see.
Yes, good. Okay. I was like, when's the ball gonna drop? But yeah, no,
but
they're
I feel
good.
Like, does that not apply to the males as well in that show?
No, it does too, but
Yeah,
it's definitely. But like, I wouldn't want to see both. Like, if I'd rather see one fuck up than two.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I also, one other thing that I really wanted to point out that I actually really enjoyed. The droids turning into chairs. The droids being the chairs, like the droids being, like, once they stop flying the ship, they just turn into the chairs for the pilots to pilot the ship.
So is this what autopilot's going to be in the future?
I adore that.
That's
adore
cool.
that.
It's neat. Although I will say, the Jedi captured who they think is a Jedi killer and just leave him with the droid.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And a Jedi Master!
Then what's this third one? What's this third reaction?
You played yourself. This is when she's trying to escape and she lets the dude out.
Oh, yes!
And then the dude leaves her... That's funny.
Okay, you kind of played yourself on that. Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, that scene's fine. It's good. She crashes. She's fine, because, of course, who dies in a plane crash? Not everyone except Plo Koon.
Apparently.
Everyone.
Dave Filoni wants to make him live, but he shouldn't.
No. Also, yeah, we find out there's another one. There's another one.
Those two lightsabers don't kill anyone anymore. I'm okay with that, in that sense.
Oh,
what the fuck?
Okay, what are you?
Who are you?
This reveal, I kind of realized it. Like, it makes sense. I get it. It makes sense. I don't know what your plan is here, like how it's going to unravel, but
like, what are the ramifications of this? That's the question.
Yeah.
Like, and also, I want to see. Because it's intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I want the thing I am most curious about is two things. Number one, I want to see the Jedi Council.
They're hiding that.
Number two, I want to see more of the Wookiee Jedi, which we see in the second episode.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But then also, I want to see the Sith, because one thing that is noteworthy is that when she's in the shop with the guy who sold the poison, and they're chatting, they're talking about peace and this and that, and she says peace is a lie. But we're going into the second episode.
Okay, cool.
And she mentions peace is a lie, which, noteworthy, that is part of the Sith commandments. So hopefully that means that whoever her master is just a full-blown Sith. Not a dark side user, just straight up Sith.
Yeah, the design for him is good. The design for
looks
good.
Great.
His voice
looks
work.
great. Yeah,
we'll
we
see how
got
it works.
we got a little tease of it at the end of the first episode. They really they cooked.
Let's roll into the second one, where I'm gonna say this immediately. The Jedi characters are a lot better in the second episode than the first.
Yep, a bit more fleshed out.
They're not dumb. They're not overtly stupid people.
Yeah,
and I
Soul's
understand.
great.
It's different, but Soul was always going to be.
Yeah, I know, but he is very much,
For example,
I think, the best character.
Yeah, no, I agree. And the one that Daphne Keane plays is great. Her character's great. Also, the droid that Osha has, like the droid. Droid's fun.
The little Game Boy droid. Yeah.
Yeah, droid's fun. Tar is the dude. Tar in episode 2 is good. Dare I say good? Because, and why I say that is because his natural distrust is realistic, and it resolves with an actual smart conclusion based on the choices made that he would do based on how he's feeling.
As opposed to him trying to find evidence to necessarily back up the claim he already made. He's more focused on the goal rather than necessarily being right 100% of the time. Which is good. Yes.
And I can't.
A lot of shows would have wasted a lot of time on that.
Yes, a lot of a lesser show would have kept that arc going way too long.
Yep.
He says the line. He does say the line.
Not yet. I have a bad feeling about this.
He said the fucking thing. They said the thing. I have a bad feeling about this big pop in the writers' room. I know when that got brought up.
There you go. You know, if they did like a premiere and they had brought like fans in,
okay,
they would have
how
been
do
a pop.
we feel about this local Jedi temple?
I
don't know how I feel about
I'm
that.
okay with it, and I'll tell you why.
They're making it like it's a church.
So my little knowledge that I have of the High Republic, because that is like, so for those not aware, this takes place roughly 100 years before Phantom Menace. High Republic is roughly anywhere from around 600 years before Phantom Menace to about 100 years before.
Okay.
If you remember, in the prequel trilogy, the Jedi are super strict. Essentially, the whole concept of the High Republic is that this is the Jedi at their peak, so they are very, very relaxed, more than usual, because they haven't had to worry about anything. And near the end of the High Republic era, a bunch of stuff happens, supposedly, this is just kind of the general direction I've heard of, that then causes them to become much more strict and much more cautious moving forward to explain why they are so strict come prequels. That is what I've heard. So when it comes to this local Jedi temple thing, I imagine that goes away at some point. Actually, I know it goes away at some point.
I don't know how I feel about it, but it's weird because I don't know.
Some kid just broke in. He was like a 9-year-old.
I don't know what purpose it serves in the grand scheme, but I'm fine with it, okay? Also, the Master one. The Master. No. The Master. We need to talk about the Jedi Master.
Oh.
That dude has a sphere. A bubble. We've never seen this before. It was nearly impregnable. I'm going to assume it's because May is so unaware with the Force that that's the only reason it worked.
Also, is this like a Jedi coma? Because he was in it for 10 years, they said.
I saw it as like a meditation.
Like a meditation? Meditation?
Yeah, like a deep meditation.
Like R2-D2 just like shut off for all of Force Awakens? Like, you know what I mean? But like for me, it was like, is this like a Jedi coma?
The better question,
he goes so far into meditation, he can't get out.
The better question is, why does he willingly drink the poison?
Yeah, no, they got to explain that because that doesn't make any bloody sense.
Also, they do have a fight later, and who's our guy? Who's our boy? What's the name of our boy? Soul?
Soul, yeah.
Soul steals the knives. Oh, yeah. Okay, game's over. We love to steal we love some thievery up in this place.
However, you know what we don't love? We've seen the episode of Mythbusters.
I watched, because the myth. I'm going to explain the myth,
Yeah.
episode of Mythbusters and
please
how
do.
this doesn't work. So the myth they were testing was basically the police are watching. There's 3 cars, okay? The police are. It's in the desert. The police are watching to see who gets into what car. It's like a convoy. The cars meet in the middle and they drive by each other super fast. So dust gets brought up, and also too they did it in a circle. They do it in a circle.
Yeah, to get tons of them.
And the problem is that the dust particles and the sand particles don't properly break the inner portion of the circle. You actually, if you want it to work successfully, you need to go quickly back and forth so that it actively attacks each other.
So it cancels out.
Why
You
are
have
we talking about
tentacles
this?
running into each other.
How the holy hell did you lose the woman when she threw the sand?
Well, the girl in the ship should have got
The
it.
girl in the ship should have never lost visual. And yet, notice they don't show the angle from her angle because there's no excuse.
Yeah, that's...
No excuse.
That doesn't make sense.
Library duty for
Any
you,
sense.
Padawan. Get ready to learn knowledge.
Well, you know who you learn knowledge from?
You read.
No.
Oh, a Wookiee Jedi. We meet a Wookiee Jedi, and it's great. Oh, boy! Oh, yes!
I'm a fan of this.
This guy's
I
awesome.
approve of
This
this.
guy's awesome.
Absolutely.
I love him.
Woo!
I just want this next episode to be Shrek. Yes.
I mean, that's what's home.
What are you doing in my swamp? Should be the entire episode. I don't care. We don't need any dialogue. Him going, no. Go with it. Also, I must say the makeup on that Wookiee Jedi looks fantastic.
Oh, it looks great.
He looks like the most expressive Wookiee that we have got in any form of Star Wars.
Yeah.
He looks better than Chewbacca. He looks better than every
In terms
single
of
Wookiee.
expression, absolutely.
He looks better than every Wookiee that I have ever seen.
better in Chrysanthemum in
Yes.
terms of expression, yeah.
Yeah, Chrysanthemum.
Which I bloody hope so. For those not aware, this show has double the budget of Kenobi.
Yeah.
Double!
I'm hopeful. I don't want to set my expectations high because I can't. I physically can't. I don't.
But I don't think this
trust
is
them.
nearly as... Like, there's a lot of people that saw these first 2 episodes and said that
This is
show
not
is hot
sacrilege.
garbage.
This
This
is
is
not
not. We watched Star Wars Resistance. We know what a bad Star Wars show looks like.
It tried though.
It tried, but
did
it
try.
still sucked.
Like,
It had like 2 good episodes. And the rest were mid to absolute drizzling shits.
yes. Carter, do you have anything else to add on this episode?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
We got through it.
Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe. And we will see you next time.
How did my father die?
Like a panther.